My commitment when I was coronated on the 7th of December 2015, I dedicated the throne to the youth of this country. I have a strategy of prepping them up for leadership. To all the youth, we have to create the pathway for them. Give them soft landing. Anywhere they cannot get to, I will get there. Any door that is blocked and locked for them, we will go there to open it. Any door that can't be opened, we will pull it down so that they can pass and have a very good thoroughfare and good exit to get their things done.
I am very, very glad to be part of this elite group of people to get this award. When I got the email that I was nominated for this award and I'm part of the awardees, I was really happy because I believe that it means that we're doing something really great. It means we are doing something that is changing the narrative. It means that we're doing something that's going to make Nigeria and Africa the future and the continent to be in a few years' time.
Being recognized for my work in Nigeria, I think, is something that really delights me in a way, because I realize that oftentimes young people are not really being recognized for their effort and contribution to national development. And I would thank the King, His Imperial Majesty, Oba Oni of Ife, for such a great opportunity to be recognized for my great works in imparting lives in the hospital and healthcare spaces in Nigeria.
And I feel like I'm super excited being nominated for this award. I really would say thank you to His Imperial Majesty for this nomination. I feel honored once again. Thank you so much.
The world is changing. The world is now a global village. Anything you do now, the whole world within a jiffy, they are all aware of it. So you have to move. It's a moving average. You have to move with what the world is. So I'm blending tradition and modernity. It's very important so that you can have very good access and you can relate better with the youth, because that's what they understand. They understand dynamism. They don't understand any other thing other than dynamism. Anything that is dynamic, they move. They don't like static thinking. So that's the reason why one of the things we do on Throne of Oduduwa, and as Arole Oduduwa, the progenitor of the Yoruba people, I blend tradition and modernity, the static and the dynamic angle of it. It's important in order to get the youth to be interested in everything we do. So for us, there must be youth inclusiveness, and we must attract them for them to understand that this is who we are and this is the basis of our existence.
It's a real criminal. It's a real
That was when Uluma changed the means of communication to the different means of communication, and that was when migration started. So others with different means of communication they migrated. While the Yoruba-speaking people they formed the third Ife, which is Ife and Ile-Ife. That's the present. Yes, that's the present Ife we are now. That was when the kingship system started. So the first king then was Oduduwa. He also descended through chain. He was the first Ooni of Ife. So here we have the portrait of the past Ooni.
I'm pretty much excited to be amongst the awardees of tonight's event. It's been an honor, and it just shows a whole lot about the fact that we're able to still understand that the youths of this country are actually the human resource capital we need. A very big thank you to the founder of this particular initiative, and I'm super excited to be here.
So I'm really excited to be one of the recipients of the Royal African Youth Leadership Awards, and when I was contacted that I'll be getting one of the awards, I was really excited getting the news, and this really means a lot to me. I want to say a big thank you to the Ooni of Ife and also to the entire team who actually put all of this together, because this really means a lot, not just to me, but also as a Yoruba girl and also from this country, Nigeria.
I wasn't initially excited. I was kind of like skeptical. Is this real? Is this happening? When I got the email and the nomination, because I know what this award means, and I literally know that it's no small recognition, and I had to do my homework, and when I found out that it was really genuine, I was excited and humbled that my work, which I was primarily doing, still am doing just for the passion, could get such recognition. It was testimony that I was doing something right and I was making someone's life better.
A long way to go in the interest of the and progress of Nigeria. So I want to thank the Ooni for bringing me here tonight. Believe me when I said that this is one of the most impressive and pleasant gatherings I've ever been. I will have stories to tell many big men that, look, this is what I saw here. I mean, you are role models, in your professions, but much, much so is a spirit of, amity, togetherness, it's remarkable. And I hope that one way or the other, you will sustain it, and the Ooni will sustain it, and grow it from here to a very giant oak.
One thing I would like to note is that if you remember, there was a security meeting day before yesterday in Abuja. Yes. And there were so many people there. Everybody went there. They were talking their own English. He is the only person who went there and spoke on behalf of the Nigerian youth. And yes, please. Thank you.
We are the future. The future is no longer the future. The future is now. And I want to let you all know that everybody that is on board, that is above 50 in Nigeria now, in any of the space, be it in public or private enterprise, they are living on a borrowed time. And you know who borrowed them the time? We borrowed them. So this is the time to take it back. We need to take it back from them. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, in the private space, in the public space, we actually need to take it back from them and change the narrative. Nigeria belongs to us.
First of all, I must thank Your Majesty for an opportunity to connect families. Now, someone spoke about a prophecy, but here I see connecting long-lost families. I'm sitting today beside Dr. Popola. My name is Temi Popola. He's from Ogun State. I'm from Ogun State. He's from Abeokuta. I'm from Abeokuta. Now, we're going to go back home and ask our parents whether we are siblings, cousins, or something. So thank you so much for this opportunity, Your Majesty.
Engage them. Have a very strong program. Every time, you must engage them. Boost their self-esteem. Honor them. Carry them along in everything you do, because the demography supports them. The demography favors them beyond anybody's imagination. Their anger is not good. It can bring anarchy so sporadically and fast. We know that the youth are not happy, so it's better for us to engage them in this country. The better for us, the earlier for all of us, the better for all of us.
Ever since God called me to this throne, a lot of people ask me, how do I relax? What gives me self-fulfillment and self-aggrandizement? Nothing in this world gives me that fulfillment than to be in the midst of very successful, very enterprising, very forward-looking, focus-driven Nigerian youths. I am always very elated to be in your midst. I am always very happy. It gives me what is called oxygen. You are my oxygen. And that's the truth. The oxygen that makes me to survive. I feel your pain because I'm part of you. I feel that there is a very wide gap between the leaders and the led. We need to close that gap because the demography supports you so much. And nobody celebrates the youth of this country. Nobody. I go all the way to look for you. You are not the one looking for me. I'm the one looking for you. And that's the truth. And I will continue to look for you. Just focus on what you are doing. Focus on it. You will be noticed one way or the other. The award we give out is not just a one-off thing. It's a relationship thing. My greatest joy is for you to continue to implode within yourself. My greatest joy is for you to network and do great things for the betterment of our dear nation. And having at the back of your mind, I am the one that wants to know you, not that you want to know me. Do not stretch yourself that you want to know me. I will go all the way to look for you. I will go all the way to develop a relationship with you. At times, some of you might take it for granted. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be annoyed. I can call you more than 10 times. I will prefer for me to keep calling you over and over again, for the president of a country, for the ministers of a country to call me. I respect your calls more than I respect their calls. And because they have gotten to where they can get to in life, I don't know where you will get to in the foreseeable future. I don't know what the future holds for all of you. I am very positive within this group we will produce a lot of governors. Within this group we will produce a lot of ministers. Within this group and this forum we will produce presidents in this country. Go and write it down. I am after you for progress, for prosperity, and for posterity. I am the one that is after you. I am the one chasing you. I want to work with you to break down doors that are very difficult. I want to develop personal relationships with you. I want to know you one-on-one. Let me know where the pains are. You are the one that gives me joy. I am very happy to be in your midst.
I want to have eye contact with all of you. I want to see how well you're doing, and I want to support and take it to another level. I don't want to sleep. I want to mother sleep because of you. And I mean it. A lot of you guys that know me, they know that I am very, very truthful to what I'm saying. I have children in you. I have friends in you. I have colleagues in you. I have relationship with you in a lot of things. And I know that a lot can stand up in your midst, that one way or the other we've been very impactful to one another. If we have that time, we will do it. But I want to beg each and every one of you, I want to know you one-on-one. I have read all your profiles. I have seen what you do. And I know what you're capable of doing. But I still want to know you more, so that you can tell me what to do. Send me on an errand. I'm an errand king for you. And I mean it. I will run errands for you. I am running it for a lot of you right now. And they know it. To mention names. They know. Run tired. I am not tired. And I will never be tired. On this note, it's not a night of long. We want to meet and greet one another. We just want to relate with one another. Then we'll start our day tomorrow. We won't take our time, but I can assure you it's a very worthy relationship. For Royal African Young Leadership Forum awards that we're giving out, you will never regret it. The ball is in your court. For you to take up that opportunity, for you to take up that position, it's very important for you. Please, we run errands for you. I am ready to run it. God bless you all. Welcome, and God bless you all and neighbors. Thank you very much. Education is life. By virtue of me being Oni of Ife, I have been privileged to be the Chancellor of the only university in Nigeria that is called University of Nigeria. That is the shadow of their country, and we must uphold our heritage. We know that education and the prospect of education is in comatose, because the rate at which we're growing as a nation, we're growing exponentially, between 3 to 5% per annum, and every other thing is not growing in that dimension. So the gap is getting wider and wider. As a result, it's very important for us to continue to regulate the rate at which we grow in terms of our mortality rate, in terms of population control, because they all have effects on everything. We will keep producing more youth because it's in a multiplier stage and it is growing in a very geometric progression. As a result, we need to regulate things so that educational system can match up and meet up with everything we do.
I met the Oni of Ife in 2006 when he sent for me after a program we did in the villa at the Presidential Banquet Hall. And he inspired me, he encouraged me. He told me one thing. He said, Isaac, no matter what happens to you in this country, don't allow anybody to take away your drive, your passion. Keep at it. And his advice, his mentorship in the last 3-4 years has pushed us with my team to a level where from nothing now we have about 14 aircraft to float an airline, one of its kind in the entire West and Central Africa. I'm quite excited, I'm very, very happy. And yesterday's dinner, I was quite happy because I met people that I never thought I would meet in my life. I see some of them on social media, I see them on newspapers and what have you, but for the first time I came, you know, face to face with a lot of them. I learned so much You know, sometimes when you think you're doing so much, when you meet people that are doing way, way, way more than what you're doing, it's quite inspiring to know that despite the hardship, despite the challenges in the country, there are young people out there that are making exploits, that are making things happen. And that has actually encouraged me.
This has given us a pure definition of who he is, because for someone who doesn't know us, identify with us, bring us closer to him, and say that he celebrates us and he believes in us, I believe this is a major impact, has done a major impact in our life. So we also try to make sure that we do the same thing to the upcoming young people by identifying those who are ready to be able to help take themselves to the next level, while we hold them also closer and see how we can be able to nurture them, mentor them, guide them, and give them a direction so that they can be able to succeed.
That was nice. It was an opportunity to network and talk about some of the things I do, as well as and listen. I think I found that to be interesting, just listening to what other people do, hearing their own stories, and just sitting in a room that inspires you. When you hear what young people have been up to, you're like, wow, I felt like, wow, people are doing things. So that was inspiring, and having a community of people who are very interested in development is also very inspiring. So dinner was nice. The event today, it was good as well, and I had the privilege to receive my award. So thank you to His Imperial Majesty, the Oni of Ife.
Greatest Ife. You are not sounding very well, oh. Greatest Ife. Of the greatest, Gbogbo. Gbogbo. Bagba. Bagba Gbogbo. A beautiful round of applause for yourselves.
Great Nigerian students. Great Nigerian students. Of the greatest Bagba. Of the greatest Gbogbo. Don't forget, it's a rite of passage. All of us pass through great institutions. We did the Aluta, Continua. We did the Bagbas. But I know that the jury is still trying to decide whether Obafemi Awolowo University is the greatest university in the universe. But before the jury delivers, I want to deliver mine, that the greatest university south of the Sahara in the whole universe is the Obafemi Awolowo University. That is my judgment. The Arole Oduduwa, Kabiesio, the Oni of Ife, Oba Enito. I give you my respect and my greetings this afternoon. And let me just stand on all other existing protocol. I want to thank you especially for inviting me here. Second time in a row. When we had the maiden edition, I was here. And I was proud to be here to give the awards out to about 100 Nigerian youth. I am glad that you have sustained these royal awards for another year, and that not even the COVID-19 pandemic could stop you or stop any of these innovative Nigerian youth. But let me start from where I wanted to end in my 5 minutes remark. I want to thank the Arole for his video that has gone viral. And when I met him this morning, I said, can I have my job back? Did you hear me? I said, can I have my job back? Because he spoke, he has given me back already. He spoke from the heart in that video. I've listened to it over and over. He spoke the minds of many of the millions of our youth and those that are supporters of our youth. He spoke like a true leader that he is. He spoke like someone who had also passed through that passage, through that process, and who knew what the challenges of our country is today. But also he spoke not just to the leaders of this country, those of us in power, but also spoke to the youth and all those that have a responsibility to make sure the youth of our country are supported, to make sure that they excel and they are given opportunities. The Royal African Young Leadership Forum is here and has come to stay from 2020 to 2021. Like I said, not even the COVID-19 pandemic could capture or hold back the entrepreneurial skills and innovative minds of our youth. Therefore, today, the fact that today we are awarding 100 youth again, out of thousands of our youth out there, just 100. The fact that we're doing this today, to me, today is a testimony. Today is a validation. Today is a commendation of the average Nigerian youth, the skills they possess, the successes they have recorded, and the fact that the future is in their hands and it starts today. So let me, on behalf of the federal government and the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, congratulate all the award winners today. As I listen to your brief profiles, I just wondered whether at your age I achieved anything close to what you have achieved. But I was proud to listen to your profiles. Some of you are already in 6 figures, 9 figures. And I said these ones will serve as inspiration to others out there amongst our youth. I hope that you go out there beyond receiving the plaque today to reach out and connect to other youth who have similar skills, who have dreams and visions, who can also learn from you. Let me, as today is our Democracy Day, well, May 29th on our calendar is important. But let me, on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari, and of course the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, make this solemn announcement. You'll recall that a 75 billion naira Nigerian Youth Investment Fund was launched last year. It's 25 billion naira per year. All the 100 awardees will be granted accelerated approval to be able to draw funds from the NYIF that will come directly to me, that I will approve on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari. And you can apply for between 250,000 to 10 million naira. All conditions apply, but what you get is accelerated approval. As I speak, over 5,300 Nigerian youths have already benefited in different sums from this amount. Finally, let me also deliver this, that you can connect the dots. The issue of our youth, their demands, their aspirations are legitimate. The Nigerian state and its apparatus must rise up to meet the aspirations and the needs of our youth. And I think that is being done. These needs have been on for a long time. But I believe under this government, in the last 6 years, under President Muhammadu Buhari, a path had been created for youth development. And I want you to connect the dots. From the N-Power scheme to the Nigerian Youth Investment Fund, 75 billion, and I can go on and on. But let me say 2 months ago, the president promised that he would set up a national youth committee that would draw our youth from 6 geopolitical zones, an assemblage of about 20 to 21 youth. That team has been put together, and very soon, a national youth committee that will be meeting quarterly, every 3 months with Mr. President, that will go around the country on behalf of the youth put together their demands, will shortly be inaugurated. Finally, I want to thank you so much for sharing my birthday with me. I'm glad to share the birthday here. I leave now for Ibadan and Ogbomoso because I have about 500 youths waiting for me to have a conversation such as this. Once again, I say congratulations to all of you, and I hope that next year, by God's grace, I hope that next year, God sparing our lives, I'll be invited here again, and I'll see you again. Thank you, and God bless.
As a whole, I am hungry all the time to know them. I go all the way to go and look for them, and I'll continue to go and look for them. I want to draw them closer. Doors that are very locked, doors that are completely shut down, we'll see how to open it up for them. Create a very good soft landing platform for them and draw them closer to their throne that is dedicated to them. Every day of my life, when I wake up, I talk about the youth. When I'm sleeping, it's about the youth. When I'm eating, it's about the youth of this great continent of ours. It is all about them. And I'm very happy, I feel very fulfilled because it gives me a lot of oxygen for me to see them doing excellently well. It gives me a lot of oxygen for me to see them excelling because oxygen is life. The youth of this country are my life and they're part of it. And I'm part of them. And forever we will continue to look at the cost of how things can be done in a very different way in the private sector and in the public sector in the entire continent of Africa. God bless the youth and God bless Royal African Young Leadership Forum Award. And God bless everybody.